So today's video is I'm going to tell you that all these time, for those of you who have been following karate, it has been all a lie, okay? Okinawan karate has been lying to you. Japanese karate has been lying to you. Taekwondo has been lying to you. All this stuff on YouTube has been lying to you. And guess what? You've been watching it and you didn't realize you've been lying to, right? Because at the end of the day, which martial arts style is the best? Which one is the correct one? And I'll tell you this, here goes the secret. None of them are correct. Check this out. None of them are wrong as well. Now think about this. Have you ever seen different videos on masters, so-called grandmasters, who's wearing these, red and white belt, right? These guys are like 9th, 10th degree black belt. And if you've been following my videos, you notice I haven't been wearing my gis or my belt and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it depends on how you perform on the dojo floor, right? Not how you wear your belt. The belt is meaningless. But anyway, when you see these guys, when they do their kata, and let's say, take a kata for example, the Nahanchi kata, right? Nahanchi kata can be performed by different style. Why is that? You have some style who stands this way and they want their hand this way. You have some style who stand up this way and they want their hands this way. Some style, they stand at a triangle and they want their hand to open this way, okay? Now, if you have seen all these videos, don't you wonder which one is the correct one? And what makes it even more frustrating is when you go to your dojo and you stand there and you do your kata, right? And then your teacher will come to you and he said, no, you have to fix your hand and you have to be open this way, right? That should triggers your mind and makes you wonder, okay, why is that my sensei wants me to open this way, but yet the other guy who I saw in a different video actually have his hand this way. And then another guy has his hand this way, but yet straight out this way, right? Why? Why having this way that your sensei just told you is the correct way? Who should you believe? I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, you gotta believe in yourself, right? You gotta believe in yourself. Why? Because if it only works for you, that's when your belief system becomes stronger. If you do stuff that you don't believe in it, and all you do is just paying your monthly dues, then basically you are paying and getting the knowledge where you don't feel satisfied. But when you believe in something already, trust me, right? The money that you put out for you to learn it's priceless, right? Because now you're getting not just only good information, but you're getting satisfaction because the information that you've been receiving is becoming fruitful to your growth as a martial artist. So at the end of the day, what is the point of this video? Is to tell you that every single time when you do a kata, regardless that you are standing this way here, as a horse stands this big and do your Nahanchi this way, or you this high and you do your Nahanchi straight this way, or you are a triangle and you do it open this way, you have to ask yourself, how is my body mechanics, okay? The key is in the body mechanics. The key is how you stand and have all of your bones and your ligaments in alignment so that when you are doing your kata, you feel that you are complete. You feel that you are strong. You feel that your foundation is rooted so that when someone hits you, you're not going to fly backwards. And this is the reason why my school is different from any other system, is because I can teach anyone how to do kata, okay? So in my system, I'll teach them, okay, we stand this way here in a Nahanchi kata where both legs are this far apart, all right, just a little bit shoulder width apart, and then our hands this way. Okay, we don't go this way, we go this way, right? And then I have someone who comes in and they say, yeah, Len, but my style, I like them big and I like them open like this. And you know what? I'm gonna tell them, well, they're not wrong. They're not wrong, they are correct, right? Because for hundreds of years, their grandmasters have been telling them that this is their right way of doing it. So leave it alone. That is their right way because they like this structure, right? They like this structure. But the question here is their posture correct or not, right? So what I do is I go in and I shift them, I push them around a little bit, and I tell them which part of their muscles and which part of the ligament needs to be connected in a way that they can be this big and they can do this here, but yet when I push on them, they're able to resist back a little bit without falling. And that is the key, right? The key is to show your students that when you fix them, you are correcting their alignment, their bone structure, their ligament, right? In order for them to do a technique that they don't feel loose. Because when you want to do a technique and you punch through the punching bag or you punch through an opponent, you want to hit hard enough where the bag or the opponent has to be flying, right? If you punch them and all the opponent does is standing there be like, damn it, you know what? You just hurt me a little bit. Now I'm going to kick your butt, right? That's not what you want. You want to do effective technique where if you decide to hit already, you have to send that person down, right? I don't condone to fighting or anything like that, but at the same time, we are martial artists already. So whatever that we do as a martial artist, especially these kind of moves, are very deadly. And if we are deciding to use these techniques, we gotta do it the right way. We got to do it the most effective way, okay? So with that being said, if you have any comments, put them below. I would love to chime in, expand on your comments, make other videos, and talk about these issues because I have seen so many practitioners who've been telling me that, oh, my sensei tells me to do this, my sensei tells me to do that, and when I look at it, I'm like, does your sensei even know what he's talking about? Or is it your sensei is following what the grandmasters have been telling them to do that? And sometimes, you know, following what the lineage is telling you to do, you might be doing the wrong thing for hundreds of years, okay? So there's no such thing as the correct form. There's no such thing because people create forms as long as they live, right? The most important thing is, can you create forms that is practical, that is strong, and it makes you satisfied, okay? So if you like what you've been watching, click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.